Hi Cancerians, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. We're going to be doing the 22nd to the 28th of July 2019. I'm using a couple of decks I've never used before. I've had these a long time. I've had the Tarot of Wonderland about 8 months and the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot for probably longer than that, maybe a year, possibly. They're just beautiful decks, and I don't know why I don't use them. I mean, I thought when I started using this one, I just felt it was a little bit childish, but it's quite nice actually. So we're going to use these two. We're going to do the normal weekly check-in. We're going to be using the Spellcasters Modern Tarot by Melanie Marquis for your current self and theme of the week. And then when we look at your key goal for the week, obstacle to overcome and major accomplishment, we are going to the the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot for that. And then for what you need to avoid, what you need to embrace, and where you can find support if you need it, Cancerians, we use the Tarot Wonderland by Barbara Moore. And the answer is simple, is our Oracle deck of choice for your spiritual advice at the end of the reading. And I'll show you the other cards afterwards that we use for the 15 cards. So let's quickly start shuffling. Okay, cards are down, guys. Let's have a look. Cancerians for the week, you guys are showing it as being the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a card about dreams and fantasies. And sometimes if you get this representing a person, this is somebody who's a bit of a fantasist. I'm not calling you a fantasist, Cancerians, but I do think that some of you guys, this card always reminds me of the Nine of Cups. They're very similar in tone, that they both indicate people who have wishes that they want to fulfill. And I certainly feel that you guys are very much focusing on your dreams, very much focusing on your I'm hoping that some of you guys, because you guys are showing in the current self position who you are for the week, you are the Seven of Cups energy. Some of you guys, possibly you've got lots of options, possibly you're making choices, or you're looking at what your options are, or you're looking at your choices. Some of you guys are involved in, you can't see the wood for the trees though. You might have the veil covered over the eyes, because this is the card of an illusion. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's an oasis, where it's a mirage. You might be seeing things that aren't really there with that Seven of Cups energy. Some of you guys might feel that certain things are out of reach as well. Seven of Cups can be things that are on a cloud and that you can't get to. Some of you guys are doing a lot of computer work during the week, because this is things in the cloud on your computer. Some of you guys are being very selective during the week with that Seven of Cups energy showing up here. Some of you guys are drinking probably a little bit too much and indulging with that Seven of Cups a little bit too much during the week. What is the theme of the week? Yeah, I think there's drinking going. I think that you guys are indulging, because this is a get together. And when you get a lot of cup energy, especially cards like Nine of Cups, King of Cups, because the King of Cups looks like bloody Father Christmas, and the Nine of Cups looks like Father Christmas too. And they, especially cards like Nine of Cups and Seven of Cups, where there's an element of indulgence. And if you get a Queen of Cups where she can get really depressed and things like that, and then you get it with things like the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of water on this, and this can talk about drink, and I'm seeing a lot of water around here in the cups. There's lots of water, but it's not bad. I just feel that there's some form of gathering, or there's, coming together with friends for some of you guys. There's socializing with the Three of Cups energy. There might even be a celebration here going on. I feel this Seven of Cups represents a party, or it represents some form of drink, or some form of kind of alcohol or get together. I'm seeing get togethers and kind of lots of drinking and lots of indulgence with the Seven of Cups and that Three of Cups happening for the week for some of you Cancerians. What is the key goal for you guys in the week? So something I think is good is happening here. Or maybe it's just, it's summertime and you're enjoying life. What is the key goal for the week? I feel the key goal for the week is to start a new creative venture for some of you guys with that Page of Wands energy. Because the Page of Wands is, all pages are young and they're students. And when you get the Page of Wands, he is a card that indicates a young person going out into the world usually for the first time, and they're exploring new ideas, new ventures. Usually this is kind of going to university, or this person is going to London or New York or, you know, California or Hollywood to try being an actor, and this person is just exploring a passion with the Page of Wands energy. And I think that your goal for the week is to kind of ingratiate yourself, Cancerians, into something new with this Page of Wands energy. Some of you guys, the goal might be to book a holiday. Page of Wands is also travel, so this might be to go abroad, go on holiday with that Page of Wands, to travel. You might be wanting to travel, or your goal is for the week possibly book a holiday, you know, for the next couple of weeks, go somewhere you've never been before, travel somewhere really nice. The goal with the Page of Wands is also just to do something outside of your comfort zone, do something completely new, have some fun. You know, this is a really nice card to get in a reading, the Page of Wands is, because it's about the exploration often of the unknown, but it's about having the confidence and the, you know, the zest to do that. This is I really like this, one of my favourite cards. So I think that your goal, and because it's a goal, I feel that your goal is just to go out there, have fun and experience some form of, you know, new, you know, to kind of get yourself involved, Cancerians, in some form of new experience, whether this is doing something abroad, whether this is doing something creatively, whether this is setting up a creative business, whether this is kind of doing some form of also creative work as well. Because with the Page of Wands, your goal might be, I think I'm going to write a book with the Page of Wands, or I think I'm going to start, you know, that amateur dramatics class with the Page of Wands, or I think I'm going to, you know, with the Page of Wands energy, I think I'm going to go out and, you know, spend some time with my friends and have some fun. And you do have the Three of Cups sitting there, but the theme of the week is, some of you guys are having a very nice week. And you guys are the Seven of Cups energy. You're completely kind of, you know, involved in indulging yourselves, I think, this week for some of you Cancerians. And the theme of the week is just enjoyment, friendship, celebration for some of you guys. And the theme is to go out and have some fun for some of you guys with the Page of Wands energy. And the theme for some of you guys is really just to explore a new endeavour with the Page of Wands energy showing here. What is the obstacle that you need to overcome? Wheel of Fortune is that. Now, the Wheel of Fortune can be gambles. Taking a gamble is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune can be repeating cycles as well, because it goes round. The only time that the cycle stops is when the wheel is reversed. I think that you need to overcome the obstacle of... I think if you're going out with this Page of Wands and you're going to seek your fortune, as it were, with the Page of Wands energy, whether this is a new creative venture, a business venture, which the Page of Wands can be... whether this is kind of endeavouring to find a new job, or to get stardom, or to get noticed with that Page of Wands energy, because the Page of Wands energy, Wands represent PR, and it's all about self-promotion with the Page of Wands, either on Instagram or YouTube or some form of social media. If that's your goal, to get recognised through some form of social media platform, it might be that you need to overcome the obstacle of the Wheel of Fortune, that, you know, things are out of your control, and that no matter how much you do here, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get the type of, you know, recognition or the type of fortune that you seek as yet. Because the Wheel of Fortune is I think it's number 10, isn't it, within the major. So it talks about ending cycles, but where one cycle ends, like it's 1-0. So I see the 0 as being the ending cycle and the 1 being the beginning. So where something, but this is temporary as well, because the wheel is consistently going round, Cancerians. The Wheel of Fortune is a temporary energy. So it talks about things being temporary, and you need to overcome the obstacle that this isn't going to last as well. Whatever this indulgence is that you're having here, because some of you guys, this might be a holiday thing, and it looks a lot of fun to me, because you've got a Page of Wands being there as your goal, you've got you guys being the Seven of Cups, you know, indulgence, and you've got the Three of Cups being the theme of the week, enjoyment. But you need to overcome the obstacle that this is just a temporary measure, you know, as well. And I think that's more about it, if this isn't sort of kind of some form of work venture, and you need to just kind of go with the flow with that Wheel of Fortune as the obstacle position, because things, you know, will come when they're meant to come, as it were, with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel that more than anything, that some of you guys, you need to overcome the obstacle that this is something that cannot last. It's temporary measure, because the Wheel of Fortune is temporary energy within the tarot. There are cards in the tarot that indicate something is temporary. Wheel of Fortune is one, and things like the Eight of Cups are another one. let's have a look at what is the major accomplishment or the accomplishment that you're making for the week. Well, you're accomplishing the Two of Swords, which is really interesting. But I feel with the Two of Swords energy, this is, you know, you can explain the Two of Swords. I love these cards. I don't know why I don't use them. The Two of Swords can be explained in a couple of ways, really. You can see that this woman has a blindfold on the card. And usually when you get blindfolds on cards in tarot, it means people don't see stuff. So this is very much, I mean, there's nothing for her to see. Some of you guys, it might be what you're accomplishing is cutting something out. So if you're drinking too much or you're indulging too much, the obstacle you need to overcome is that this is a temporary measure. It can't carry on the way it's going. And it might be that the accomplishment is you manage to cut it out with the Two of Swords. For some of you guys, this is about finding your own inner peace as well, because this is very much inner and self-reflection. So you're accomplishing some inner self-reflection. It could be relating to whatever that Seven of Cups is. This is something that cannot last, I think, with that Wheel of Fortune showing there. What do you need to avoid for the week? You need to avoid, see, you've got too many drinker cards. The King of Cups. You've got drinker cards. I think that you need to avoid overindulging. And I think this, for some of you guys, that's why I don't get many kind of thumbs up, because they're really specific. But I feel that Cancer, and that's you as well, isn't it? King of Cups can be a Scorpio or a Cancer card, just like the Queen of Cups can be Scorpio or Cancer. But I do feel that you need to avoid either drinking too much or indulging too much in substances, especially alcohol, with the King of Cups, because I feel that the obstacle that you need to overcome is that this is just a temporary thing. It can't continue with this Wheel of Fortune, because Wheel of Fortune is temporary. It goes round and round and round, so wherever it stops, it's a temporary measure, and then it will go round again. That's the whole point of the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got another drinker card. We've got Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, King of Cups. They're all very drinky. And when you get lots of cups together in a reading, it does indicate something to do with alcohol, too much booze, too much drink. I think you need to avoid, this is you guys as well. Can you see how you're holding out that massive cup? It's like you've got loads of wine, and you've got cards as well. Can you see that? I've just noticed the cards on the deck. This is playing games. And you've got that Wheel of Fortune showing there as well. Some of you guys, you might need to avoid the obstacle in terms of maybe gambling as well. Because Wheel of Fortune can be where you're gambling, frittering money away and that type of thing. But I think that, you know, this weekly reading for me, Cancerians, looks very, very, very interesting. Because it looks like a lot of you guys, there are fun cards on this. There's Three of Cups, which is fun. Seven of Cups, which is fun because it's overindulgence and drink. Page of Wands, which is a really fun card. And so is the Wheel of Fortune, but it can't last. And King of Cups can be very much fun. See how he's playing his cards. And he's got his cup as well. He's just kind of having a really good time. It's interesting because he's on water as well, but he's holding his own. He's keeping his head above water. But I don't know how long that can last for. This looks like pure indulgence for some of you guys this week, Cancerians. It really does look, to me, it looks like a very, very indulgent week. But it's something I think can't last. No matter how long you want it to last for, it can't last. I feel the goal for you is just to have fun, to be honest. I think this Page of Wands, looking at the other cards, says that your goal for the week is just to have some fun. Maybe some of you guys are on holiday. But you need to overcome the obstacle that this isn't, you know, this is a temporary measure. This is just like something. And it might be that if you are on holiday for some of you guys this week at Cancerians, and you are kind of with friends and you're drinking and you're overeating and you're overindulging, and, you know, you do need to avoid the old drinker card of the King of Cups, though, drinking too much. It might be that the obstacle you need to overcome is that you know that this is a temporary thing and it's not going to last. But what the good thing about this reading is if it's anything to do with taking a holiday or just taking some form of a break, it doesn't have to be abroad, that at least it allows you to achieve some form of inner peace, or inner, you know, gives you time in a way to reflect as well on certain things. Despite all the drinking and all the kind of making merry for some of you guys, I feel that whatever this break is, it's going to give you time. Whether it's a break that you're taking this week or you're planning on taking, I think it's just going to give you time to kind of get back to you and to kind of understand what you want going forward and all that type of thing. Because this is truth and this is about inner peace as well. What do you need to embrace for the week? You've got loads of cup cards. The Knight of Cups. I think that you need to embrace some form of help, because this Knight of Cups looks like he's carrying a cup to you. Can you see? And he's actually facing you, Cancerians. Look. Can you see? There you are with your cards and your drink, and you need to avoid that King of Cups drinking too much, indulgence. And you need to embrace the Knight of Cups. I feel that this is somebody who offers you support. Maybe they're offering you some form of a remedy here with the Knight of Cups energy. And where can you find support if you need it? The Ten of Coins. These are lovely cards. I don't know why I haven't used them before. I really don't, but they're really beautiful. I feel from family, and I feel that you can find support from family and the people who ground you. Because right now we've got kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 cup cards suggesting that a lot of this reading is based on the emotion. And then we've got a really good card aspected in the supports position, which talks about family groundedness. So I'm seeing kind of, but they're not bad cup cards, but when you get a lot of cup cards together, it does suggest overindulgence, things that are more emotionally leaning towards more of the emotion, overindulgence and drink. And I just get the impression that you guys being that Seven of Coins, Seven of Cups, Cancerians, you are kind of in this kind of haze, this illusion maybe, but also you're indulging quite a bit with that Seven of Cups energy. The theme of the week are groups, partying maybe, doing a lot of drinking. They're all drinking together. You know, they're all having a good time. Your goal for the week is just to have as much fun and to experience as much, because this card can be the card of hedonism as well. Just saying, I will do whatever I want. So, you know, it's just to really experience the most joy and the most happiness and the most, exuberance and, different things and different experiences in the week. But you need to overcome the obstacle that this is temporary. It's not going to last. So at some point, you're going to have to come back to reality. The major accomplishment I feel here, though, Cancerians, is that whatever this time is that you have away maybe from work and time that you can spend with friends or whatever it is, whether it's coming up this week or next or whenever, or maybe this is something that's being planned, but it's showing as something that is very evidently kind of coming into your being very soon, but it should really be for the next 7 days for some of you guys. I feel that, yes, you need to overcome the obstacle that this is something that can't last. This joy, this fun, this indulgence, this drinking that you're doing, it can't last. Okay, it's temporary. It's a temporary kind of, it's going to give you some respite. And what you're accomplishing is that respite with that Two of Swords energy, because this is all about inner peace as well. So what you're accomplishing is just time to sit back, where you don't have to focus on anything, because the blindfold is over the eyes. You don't have to focus on the responsibilities, whatever it is. Be careful, avoid drinking too much. And avoid gambling as well. He's got those cards in his hands, okay? Avoid getting too intoxicated, I think, with all these cards around. And you need to embrace the Knight of Cups, that there are people who can offer you support, or if you've got a hangover, embrace somebody who's giving you kind of like tomato and Tabasco or something like that to drink, to cure a hangover, things like that. But most of all, that's what you need to embrace. Most of all, the support that you can get from friends and families, the people that ground you. You can see her lying on the sofa. It's almost like she's sleeping it off. So if you need support, just get it from your friends and your family. That type of thing, the people that ground you, okay? Maybe at home, maybe somewhere that you can sleep drunk in the sofa or something like that. What is the guidance, the spiritual advice for the week? Just telling you to stop. And that might be in line with this. I think that you can have enjoyment, Cancerians, but I think if the enjoyment is going too overboard, the universe is saying stop and think about what you're doing. And what I'm noticing here is the shark in the water and the penguins that won't go in. Overly cautious. So just stop. Okay, it's one thing to have fun because maybe you're on a break or you're not at work and you're spending time, maybe on holiday or with friends, but there's another thing to get too sozzled and too overindulged where you don't know where you are. Okay, so it's just saying to stop. Right, for your next reading, guys, we're going to use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. Either the Angel of Abundance Oracle cards or the Angel Answers cards. That we'll use, or we use both for your advice for the week. It's your 15 card reading, 5 cards for any other general energies that are coming in, 5 cards for your love for the week, and 5 cards for work. Okay, sorry for the cards being cut off on the edges. I'll pick those up and show you what they are. Alright, so Cancerians, for any other general energy coming in, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands could indicate a very kind of tempestuous situation. It's the card that shows people walking around on eggshells with that Nine of Wands energy. Some of you guys are very close, though, I think, with this 9 to overcoming a tumultuous situation, because the 9 is just one of the 10. Alright, it's right before you end that completed stage with the Nine of Wands. This is also about keeping to your post despite whatever difficulty you might experience with that Nine of Wands energy. You've got a King of Coins energy showing up here. You know, the King of Coins, I think this is a person potentially showing up here. And with the Nine of Wands energy, so this is an individual, is the King of Coins. And I'm seeing with the Nine of Wands energy, I feel that some of you guys are really struggling with this Nine of Wands energy to stand by with that Nine of Wands energy. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual with that King of Coins. It might also be that you're just one step away from gaining. You know, some of you guys might have been through a really difficult situation, but you're one step away from gaining success with that King of Coins energy as well showing there. The Empress is all about love, support. This could be a woman as well. There's two people showing that I'm noticing here. So for some of you guys, you might be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If this is the same person, then it's a Taurus, because this is Taurus and Empresses are also ruled by Taurus, okay? So what I'm seeing here, Cancerians, is it might be with the Nine of Wands energy showing here. I don't know whether there's some tumultuous energy going on here. It looks like it might be with two people showing up here, this King of Coins and the Empress energy showing there. Ace of Wands, new job, new start. Ace of Wands, new beginnings, showing up with the Ace of Wands energy showing up here. But the Death card shows up here. There's an ending. So we've got a new beginning and an ending coming in here. We've got a King of Coins, two people. I mean, obviously, major cards can definitely show us people. This is a woman here, usually is the Empress energy showing here. But there's pregnancy as well. Ace of Wands and the Empress is pregnancy, it's conception. So there's a pregnancy for some of you guys here. But I don't really want to do health, but the Death card is not really good as far as I'm concerned with that. So there could be pregnancies or a pregnancy coming to an end. You might be finding it difficult, some of you guys. This could be with a partner. Could be because a pregnancy came to an end for some of you guys, okay? Because Ace of Wands and the Empress is a pregnancy combination. This is the conception of a child. But the Death card says it's ended. So it's almost like there was, for some of you guys, it might be that you've had a conception of a child. There's been a miscarriage. And some of you guys are probably at the end of your tether. Nine of Wands energy. This could be with a partner. The King of Coins energy showing here. Okay, potentially. Showing up. If it's not pregnancy, because not everybody's pregnant, the Empress is all about a new project. That King of Coins is the finished product. Empress is a card about, because it rules the number 3s, it's actually a card about development. So it could be a product in development, because Empress is a developing card. It's the rules of number 3s. They represent development. So this could be a product that's been in development. Some of you guys have been holding out, waiting with the Nine of Wands energy. Could be something to do with a product, King of Coins energy in development here. All right. However, I feel that an Ace of Wands, I think that this might have been an idea here. Probably to develop with the Empress a product. Some of you guys have been kind of holding out there, and it might be that some of you guys were getting laughed at, or people didn't believe in what your vision with this Nine of Wands energy, because the guy on the card, he sticks by his guns despite what other people say. So some of you guys might have been holding out for something here, because it might have been that you were creating Ace of Wands energy. You'd drawn stuff out on that Ace of Wands energy, and you were developing a product. Some of you guys being laughed at for developing a product here. That was in the initial stages with that Ace of Wands energy. But I feel that this is going to come to an end for some reason. So if you guys aren't going to be seeing something through, I don't know whether it's because people didn't believe in it, or I don't know whether it's because you gave up on it, Cancerians. But I'm seeing a product, probably King of Coins, that was in development, but at the initial stages of it, I'm seeing you guys with this Nine of Wands energy kind of And it might be with the Nine of Wands, it's saying that you're very, very close just to ending this thing, because the Nine of Wands is to be very close. So it might actually be saying that for next week, some of you guys are very close with that Nine of Wands to ending a situation here. It might be something to do with a person, possibly because of a pregnancy. So it might be you're very close to ending a relationship with a King of Coins. Some of you guys might be pregnant. Okay. Some of you guys, it might also be that you're very close, Nine of Wands, to ending a relationship or ending a situation here. A product that was in development at initial stages. Showing here, possibly this has come to an end. So you're probably very close to ending a product that was at the development stage, but it was only in its initial stages. So it could be something like that. What's going on around your love? Okay, there is worry here. We've got the Nine of Swords, classic card of worry and anxiety with the Nine of Swords energy. Worrying about pressure within a relationship. Ten of Coins. This looks to be in a marriage, and we've got two tens here, which are saying that there are changes. There is a cycle that is changing now. We've got a lot of problems going on within a long-term relationship or a marriage showing here, and some of you guys are really kind of up against it and you've been worrying about that. There's a lot of unhappiness here with the Four of Cups energy showing here. And I think there's unhappiness here because some of you guys, you're just facing challenges in this relationship with that Seven of Wands energy. And some of you guys, it might be the partner is consistently accusing you of stuff. Okay? Because that's the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands can also be, you know, when the fork pitches up like this. You know, so it's almost like some of you guys are really, I'm seeing with the Seven of Wands, some of you guys are kind of fighting to be who you are, but you're being accused quite a bit by your husband, your wife, or your long-term partner. I feel that you're getting really tired of it. You're getting really depressed. You're really feeling that pressure, and some of you guys feeling like, I really don't want this anymore. I'm sick of it, because you can see on the Four of Cups, he's like, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of my partner accusing me of shit here. You know, and I'm really worried because this is just bringing so much pressure into this relationship. And because we've got the two tens in the reading, some of you guys might be, you know, and the hands over the eyes, some of you guys are like trying to ignore the idea that maybe the relationship has come to a close because you're really tired of facing kind of accusations and that type of thing, and just basically facing challenges in this relationship. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm not seeing, I think this is for people who are actually in relationships, long-term relationships. I'm not seeing the greatest thing happening here in terms of that. In terms of work, career, let's have a look. Well, you know, the Six of Coins can be a promotion. It can be that you're given a job with the Six of Coins energy showing here. You receive a reward or an award. Six of Cups, you got two sixes showing up here. And sixes mean harmony and balance within readings when you get those. So you got two sixes here. Six of Cups is, and on this particular card, it's interesting because I think there are close relationships. I think this might be work. I'm seeing close relationships. I'm seeing some of you guys receiving, I don't know whether this is a pay increase or a rise, or it might be that you're receiving some form of a reward maybe, or an award or some form of recognition here. I'm seeing some very close relationships with the Six of Cups energy. You might also be receiving money. It could be from something in the past, or maybe some inheritance, or maybe it could be some form of some relative from, you know, some different part of the country that you haven't heard from in a long time. Three of Coins energy showing here. This is work. So I'm seeing very much close relationships within the work, within your team forming here. And it might be that you are receiving lots of support. It might be from close colleagues within your team, for example, showing up there, Cancerians. The work card of the Age of Coins. New jobs is the Age of Coins, or training. So you might be receiving support, Six of Coins, from very close colleagues. Six of Cups, colleagues, Three of Coins, in terms of maybe some form of training that you've got going on with that Eight of Coins energy showing there. Seven of Coins shows up here. Seven of Coins energy can be review. So maybe something to do with you guys receiving support with the Six of Coins from close Six of Cups colleagues in terms of a work review. So maybe your work, the Eight of Coins, sorry, is going to be under review for some of you guys. I'm seeing your work for some of you guys being under review in the next 7 days. And I feel that some of you guys might be receiving with that Six of Coins energy some support from very close colleagues because of that, okay? All right, let's have a quick advice card from the universe and see what they're advising you on this one. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice that you have for... What is the advice that you have for... What is the advice that you have, please, for Cancerians for the week commencing 22nd to the 28th of July 2019? The situation will improve, okay? And I feel that it might be along these lines here. And also perhaps this area here where you've got the love thing. You know, it just feels in all areas where we've got in the general energy. Some of you guys, Nine of Wands, are very close to ending something here. This could be with someone. Maybe you're a mother. Maybe you've, you know, become pregnant for someone here. But this King of Coins, maybe this person's all about the work. Doesn't have to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But King of Coins is a business person. Very, very career orientated. And it might be that some of you guys have just become pregnant for someone. And you're very close to ending it because they're not giving you the attention or the care or the support that you need. It might be that some of you guys are very close to ending a developing a product that you've just started kind of drawing or initiating or working on with the Ace of Wands energy showing up here as well. Okay. Love, some of you guys scared that you come to the end of the road. 10 of Wands and that 10 of Coins, ending of cycles here. You're really fed up with the clashes that you're finding in your relationship, and that your partner's probably accusing you of a lot of stuff as well. Some of you guys really upset because you're under a lot of pressure in your long-term relationships here, and you're really dissatisfied with the clashes that you've got. Some of you guys might also be very dissatisfied because the partner has other people. 7 of Wands can also be where there's lots of romantic interest with your partner. So some of you guys might be really tired of your partner flirting and that type of thing with other people as well, potentially. And it might be unbearable for you guys to think about ending the relationship as well, but you are simply not happy. Some of you guys, the clashes you're going through, but also some of you guys, you're simply not happy because you've got a partner who flirts too much. Finally, work, money. I'm just seeing work here. Getting a lot of help and support. Very close, 6 of Cups energy, colleagues in the workplace, 3 of Coins energy showing here. Some of you guys got a work review coming up, 7 of Coins and the 8 of Coins and the 7 of Coins. But don't worry, the situation will improve, okay? All right, that's your reading for the week, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.